So we're very, very fortunate to have the 72nd governor of the state of Massachusetts here, who's been an incredibly big supporter of MIT and entrepreneurship. He did make one mistake in his life. He went to the arts and crafts school down the street, but he's worked hard to overcome that for a long time. I won't go into a long introduction about him. He's a great guy. And let me just say, he's the most popular governor in the entire United States of America. We need more people like you. Charlie Baker.
I know you did. Before he sits down, you all need to know that he went to the same arts and crafts school that I went to. Not only did he go there, we played on the same basketball team. We did. I think of it as we played Sunday through Thursday, and then we sat on Friday and Saturday. But we were enthusiastic, okay? And the reason I say that is because I've had a chance to come to this event before, and while I am absolutely mesmerized by the creativity and the ingenuity of the presenters, what I'm also mesmerized by is the enthusiasm that they bring to their stories and to their solutions. And you know, the great part about this job that I have is I get way outside what was my traditional circle of friends and family and coworkers and neighbors, and get to spend a lot of time in all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. And that gives me a chance to talk to all kinds of people about what they're up to. And the one thing I would say about the Commonwealth, I don't much care where you are in Massachusetts, you will find people who are up to some really interesting things. And they will bring tremendous enthusiasm to what it is they're up to, and creativity, and determination, and grit. And they will seek to solve problems time and time again. And the greatest blessing of this job, and I say this to people all the time, is the people who I get to meet who live here. And people talk all the time about the fact that Massachusetts has great institutions, and it does. But those great institutions are made up of one very simple common denominator, which is the people who are part of them. And that is really, in some respects, I think, the secret sauce of the Commonwealth. And for me, anyway, that has always been, as somebody who grew up here, the thing I admire the most about the place. Now, with respect to the Arts and Crafts School down the street, that's actually really good, Bill. I don't know when else I'm going to use it, but I really like it. I love the education I got there because I was an English major. And I heard somebody out there snort when I said that. There's tremendous creativity and enthusiasm in telling a story, okay? And that was the thing I loved the most about studying books, was because it was all about learning how people told stories. And one of the things I also appreciate about this event is people tell stories here. And I can tell when I watch those presentations, because they are many times about really complicated topics. The work that people have done to boil and boil and boil that complicated topic to get it to the point where somebody like me can understand not only what it is or what it does, but why it could be really great. Because in the end, that's what everybody's seeking to do here. They are trying to be really great. They are trying to solve a really big problem. They are trying to do something that's never been done before. But you have to figure out how to actually sell that and communicate it in a way where other people can get it. And that's, in some respects, one of the other things I like about Massachusetts. We have a lot of people sitting around trying to figure out how to solve problems, and they build great teams, and those great teams create capacity to share the enthusiasm and the opportunity associated with what it is they're seeking to solve and achieve. And they can find other people who want to play on the same field to solve the same problem. Now, I don't know where all of you are going to end up as entrepreneurs and business people and problem solvers, but what I would just say to all of you is I can't imagine a better place for you to try and solve your problem, take your idea, turn it into a business, grow that company, than to do it right here in the Commonwealth of Mass. Now, I'd be nuts if I stood in front of this audience and did not say that at some point. But I will say this, the best part, as I said before, about this particular state is the people who live here. And take this from a guy who's been to every corner for the past 10 years and has had a great opportunity to really get to know the place. I can't think of a better place for somebody to try and solve a really big problem than here in Massachusetts. And I must say, and I've said this before when I've been here, even though I went to the school down the street, MIT is a blessing. And it's not just a blessing to Cambridge, it's not just a blessing to Massachusetts, it's a blessing to mankind. And I hope you all continue to do wonderful and great things to solve really big problems and to think really big about the possibilities and the opportunities that come with creativity, intelligence, teamwork, and class, because that's what you bring to everything you do. Thank you very much.